Lord have mercy. Let me see if I can get this together. Whoa. People. What is going on? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I am trying to set up now. Sorry for the late entry because had to get my cameras out of the camera stores that I was traveling with them in. So I am sorry that I'm late. Let's get this up and gunning. See if I can pull some tunes for you while I start up and send out the link to everybody. I am back from Jamaica. I'm feeling like I look a little dark today on the screen. I don't know. You guys could tell me if I look dark. Not like it's a problem, but I just kind of feel like I look a little dark today. So yeah, had a good time in Jamaica. Big up everybody who I saw down there. Yeah, we gotta talk, guys. We have a lot to talk about. We have a whole heap to talk about. So I was jet lagged for the last 2 days because I am old. So I mash up and can't bite back. Let's see who's there already. Miss Wells, what's up? Jen Jones, Boss Lady 87K. Itsy Bitsy, what's going on? Christina. All right, guys, let's send this link out. And let's get this on and popping. Blacks is supposed to come through. He has some events to do tonight. But he's supposed to swing by. And yeah, I wonder if I should play some music while I set this up. I'm gonna play some songs for y'all. Actually, we should bless up the dance because we haven't done that for a while. So let me bless the dance up with some dub plates. Let's see who I'm gonna play today. Let's see. Let's take this one.
Babbzy, I want you to touch my hand to show me you understand. When Babbzy sound is playing, sound very wonderful. I can't express this feeling of tenderness. Sure, let me not tell you on a Babbzy, Out the Babbzy, I got a blender say that. Run things. Ooh, nah, yeah. Ooh, nah, yeah, Babbzy, blow your nose. I'm not your mind. I know that you are not blind. So please make up your mind. Why are you for man black wrong? And you black it too. She always be watching you. And the little thing that you do. Why are Babbzy, blow your nose? I'm not your mind. Cause we are living in a tedious time. Mankind, don't you tell no lie. Why, blow your nose? I'm not your mind. Cause we are living in a tedious time. Babbzy not telling no lie. Why, righteous man. Babbzy won't understand.
Wheel.
Babbzy, I want you to touch my hand to show me you understand. When Babbzy sound is playing, understand.
Hey, what happened, selector?
Sound very wonderful. I can't express this feeling of tenderness. Sure, let me not tell you on a Babbzy, Out the Babbzy, I got a blender say that. Run things. Ooh, nah, yeah. Ooh, nah, yeah, Babbzy, blow your nose. I'm not your mind. I know that you are not blind. So please.
Anyhow, folks, let's get into it because I know I'm a little late today on a later schedule. I don't want to keep us too long. Oh my God, I had something to show you guys. You guys are going to be like, what? So I got my mic stuff. It came a little too late for Sumfest, so I didn't get to bust it off at Sumfest. But my microphone tags came today. So I was a little bit excited to see these, And I actually got they're not here, but I got some shirts. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I have some packages to give to you guys. I have to do some giveaways. So I got a whole heap of stuff. I'm back. Jesus God. It's letting me resume. Can you see me now, guys? Oh my God, what the hell happened there? Now all the something just glitched in the software that I'm using. I don't know what happened, but hopefully if you see me, can you see and hear me now? I hope you can. I hope you can, guys. Well, we have a lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Yeah, the haters. Well, I mean, I have 4 dislikes already. So you know how that is. I have 4 dislikes already. I haven't even started blogging it. Yeah. So guys, hope everyone's doing good. Got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about Sumfest. You know how that is. We had a good time down there. Well, I did. Blacks had to do an emergency booking last minute, so he was not there. This goes on the mic that's right here. I'm gonna nice that up, you know. Dion Doorway, big up Spice Town. Okay, yeah. So now you guys, I heard you guys missed me and I heard it was serious. Now, first thing I want to get into was Sumfest. Oh my God. I wasn't gonna go. I actually wasn't gonna go. I was gonna cancel. And everybody was like, Babbzy, you cannot cancel Sumfest right now. And I was just like, yeah, because I didn't have a good month past couple of months. Couple of weeks. I didn't have a good couple of weeks. Really and truly, with the stupidness that was going on YouTube and everything else, I just really had, I was not enjoying life. So I was gonna cancel. I was very close to canceling, and then I changed my mind last minute. Everybody was like, Babsy, there's no way you can cancel your trip. And I was so close to canceling it. I was like, I'm not going. I'm not going to. I don't want to go. It's a good thing that I did not cancel the trip because I had a very good time. And sometimes things that happen for a reason. And I had to go on this trip because I just had to go on this trip. There was a lot of things that I learned about even just the podcast and everything that's going on. I feel like this was a very important trip for me to go on. So let's get into the Sumfest review night one. Oh, you saw a reggae artist who wasn't happy. That's Tanya Stevens. She's actually supposed to be calling in, but yeah, we don't know how that's gonna go. But I reached out to her and let her know that if she wanted to have a discussion, we could. So the first night one, night one was a rough night getting into the venue for me because my flight came in later than expected. So what happened was when I got to budget car rental, there was no car for me anymore. So then I had to scramble around and go to this next car dealership that, like, I don't know, I was kind of weird. Maybe you guys can tell me how you feel about this. I left my Visa in his car rental place. So he sells cars and rents cars by the airport in Montego Bay. And I left my information there. And he never called and said anything. So for the whole trip, I'm looking for my Visa, can't find it. Now the day that I'm supposed to come back to Canada, because there was a delay for my flight, I called to tell him that I was going to be delayed. And I said, did I leave my credit card there? He's like, oh yeah, I think so. So you mean to tell me you didn't have enough decency to even message me to say, hey, you left your credit card here. Swing by and pick it up tomorrow. What if that was my only card on the trip that I had to use and buy groceries and buy food and shit? Why wouldn't he call me to tell me that I left my credit card there? Like, it's stuff like that that make me wonder about people, right? Like, so what if I never asked you for it? When I came and returned the car to go to the airport, right? You weren't there. So how would you have, like, I would have flew back to Canada without my credit card. You had no intentions of telling me that I left my credit card there. You had it for 4 or 5 days. You said nothing. Like, stuff like that, I couldn't believe it. Trini Flavor, big up. So I was kind of pissed off about that. But anyhow, so night one, what happened is I wasn't able to get my media accred by the 4 p.m. deadline, which I found out the same day, which at 3:30 p.m. I found out there's a 4:30 p.m. deadline. It's a long story. I'm going to do another video about that and another video about the budget car rental and stuff like that. So the first night when I get there, finally when I get inside, I'm setting up. And I'll tell you guys, this podcast is huge. This podcast is a lot bigger than anybody. Like this is a huge podcast. This is a big podcast. And as soon as I walked in, everybody was kind of like, Babsy, you're back. I love your podcast, da, 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 whatever. So I was just like trying to deal with filming the event, but then dealing with everybody talking to me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are happy that I'm back, stuff like that. So I had a good time. I'm not gonna lie, I had a very, very good time. There's some issues with the performers and stuff, but let's get into some of the situations. So first situation with Sumfest, they were saying that the '90s artists performed too early and the people were upset about that and whatever. And I'll tell you something. They're like, oh, they're trying to cancel the '90s artists and this and that. I'll tell you, I don't think they're trying to cancel the '90s artists. I feel like you're just not the pull anymore, right? Like you're just not the guys that people are coming to see anymore. So it was like Harvey Toddler and Nitty Kutchi, and those are my peoples. But I just feel like that's not the scene right now anymore that anybody wants to see. So they went and performed rather early, right? So let me go through the names. Actually, drop some names in the chat of who you want to hear about first. Who you want me to give my honest opinion on. Remember, Lady Saw is night 2. So if you wanna get night one is all the dancehall artists, right? I had a great time down there too. Nanya Biz, big up yourself, Camille. Yeah. So I was literally kind of on the fence with. Wait, what is Blacks doing over there in the chat about Massacre? Can we take Blacks' wrench away from him? Crazy. Crazy. What the hell you doing in? You're supposed to be up in here. Okay, so night 1 is Tommy Lee, Valiant, Massacre, Chronic Law, who did not show up. TJ, Mighty Crown, Egyptian, who did not show up. Ja Vinci, 450, Boombox 90s Badness, Top Man, Don's Life, Baker, Stock Ashley, Javalani, Vanessa Bling, Moyan, Dilligan, and then some of Pablo YG, whatever. So, okay, I'll be honest. A lot of those artists I saw, I was just kind of like, I don't know if there's a disconnect somewhere. I don't know what it is. And I feel like without people speaking out, you're never going to really understand. So Stock, Ashley, and Moyan. Let's start there. Stock, Ashley, and Moyan are two of the, I guess, more up and coming female dancehall artists that are out right now. And for me, I kind of felt like their performances were lackluster. And the reason I feel like that is because, like, this is Sumfest. This is supposed to be the biggest show, and this is all eyes are on you. And I just feel like they just did a. Let me pull my hair back a bit because it's like blowing around. Yeah, thanks. Ooh, my face is swelling gone. Anyhow, pay attention. So I felt like a little bit lackluster because I'm like, this is Sumfest, and you need to really bring your A game when you're going to an event like Sumfest. Sumfest is the like cream of the crop event, and I feel like there's this kind of culture going on in dancehall where it's like I'm booked on Sumfest, so it's good to post the content and the videos on your page and talk and do all these things, but then it's like the actual event, you didn't come to bring it. You were bringing it for the clout on social media, but you didn't bring it for the clout in real life. And I felt like this is not good. Like, you guys are not performing at the level that I think you guys should be at. Now, and a lot of people are gonna be like, Babsy, it's true, you this, you that, you this, you that, and whatever. And it's like, no. The issue is not about just being biased and this and that. It's like when you get used to being out here and seeing like performances left, right, and center, you get to the stage where you look at anything that you see kind of like less than that as like boring. And I mean, they were dressed really nice. They looked really good, both of them, but I don't think they came to perform. I don't think they came to bring it. I don't think they came to like leave a message and leave a mark on the world. Like, I really feel like they just came to dress nice and they didn't come to perform. I don't get that feeling that they came to perform. I just get the feeling that they came to look nice. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you something, though. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. That's what happens when Blacks is not here. I'm going to be able to get away with this now because Blacks is not here, right? And And whenever I talk about the industry and the competition out here, people always they don't get what I'm talking about. I don't know why. And I always want people to understand, like, you have to get to the point where you realize what's happening out here. One of the issues out here, and I say this a million and one times, and people always have a problem, and I still gotta say it, is that dance hall artists that are like, let's say, 8 years and less, they don't have this cushion anymore like they do, like how a Bounty or a Beanie and these artists are seen as dancehall artists. They're established as dancehall artists and they're not going anywhere, right? These artists now have to fight for position. And when I say fight for position, I mean that the position of like events. So in Jamaica, they'll never have to fight for position. So Moyan and Stock Ashley, they're the two new girls on the up and up. So they will never have to fight for position. But on the international scene, they're gonna have to fight for position. And the competition is stiff out here. Like, it's really, 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 really stiff. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna be able to show you this because Blacks is not here. So this is the competition I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna see if this is gonna export. The audio is horrible, so I'm gonna turn it down. You're not gonna really hear the audio for some reason. It's glitching. But hold on, let me fast forward it. So this is Nyla Blackman, right? And Nyla Blackman, I'm gonna mute it, but you're gonna see her. Just watch, like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the Army Fete, and the Army Fete is levels beneath a Sumfest, right? Levels beneath a Sumfest. And look at this is what I mean by performance, fireworks, all of, like, this is what I'm talking about. So when you look at something like this, Nyla Blackman is in a category with Moyan and with Stock Ashley, right? Nessa Preppy. These girls are in a category with these other girls from another genre. And the thing is, they're not bringing it. They're not bringing it. They're not bringing it. They're not bringing their A game. They're just not bringing it. And there's so many girls that are out right now that are kind of in that category that are doing, fused sounding, dance hall sounding, soca sounding songs, and they can just fall anywhere. And if you don't bring it, you understand what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm comparing soca to dancehall. It's like the industry is. So I guarantee you, Stock Ashley and Moyan charge more money than Nyla Blackman for a performance internationally. So what do you think is gonna happen when promoters are like, okay, we want to bring Stock Ashley, she has a big song now, but then they're like, oh, she's charging XYZ, and then they're like, okay, well, Nyla Blackman, who the only island she's not big in is Jamaica, right? Let's be real, she's big, she's known everywhere else. She has just as much pull. She has just as much pull, if not even more. So this is what I mean. So at Sumfest now, you come out, you have your nice outfit, your nice hair, you look good. I'm not disputing that. But then it's like your performance is not, to me, at a Sumfest level. And this is why I'm saying, like, you have to bring it each and every time. These people are going out with fireworks and these kinds of things at their event. You're not doing that. You're just coming out holding the mic, saying a little thing, is this, that, and whatever. Are you saying that Nyla is not bringing it in her performance as well? No, I'm saying that Nyla is bringing it with the fireworks, with all of that. So these are the women that the Moyans and Stock Ashleys are being compared to. And when you're being compared to, other artists in other genres that cost less money, that perform more, and have a bigger output, you're going to struggle. So it's not me putting soca against dancehall. It's just the industry that is doing that. And people think it's me. Oh, you're always do this. No, I'm trying to inform you of what's transpiring. You have to bring your A game to a event like Sumfest. And I just feel like those ladies didn't bring it. And they're because of copyright, I don't want to really play around too much with it. But their interviews and segments should be on YouTube. Just take a look at them and see what they were, how they performed and stuff like that. I was kind of feeling a little disappointed because I said to myself, like, you know, you guys, you gotta start digging deeper than this. You know what I mean? You can't just come out on the stage and you look good and like, no, you have to bring it. You have to bring it. The competition is stiff. So that was my take on a lot of the women. Vanessa Bling was okay, but like I said, they didn't really feel like they came to perform and bring it. They feel like they were more on the influencer type. Like they were brought to Sunfest as influencers, like someone like me that would just be there to just be there. Like they didn't feel. I didn't feel like they came there to perform. Um, we're gonna take a look at 450 Music brought out Ski Mask. They were good. Good night, everybody. Trini Flava, Peppa Skull, Jen Jones, um, Gaza Ricardo, big up. Triple B TV. Like, yeah, in person I felt like they could have done better, but 450 Music has gotten a bit better. I have an issue with him live. His vocals don't sound the same at all. And then let's say Rose Dawn. I was kind of like, oh my god, I don't know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about Rose Dawn. What I will say is that Sumfest ran very smooth from a performance standpoint. This is probably one of the best executed years I've seen in a long time for Sumfest, where they've actually had everybody, on time running. And I think Egyptian and Chronic Law not showing up kind of helped the timeline a bit because it ended at 7 a.m. on the first day. So we're going to talk about Tommy Lee, Valiant, Massacre, and TJ, right? Um, the biggest forward of the night was Drift. Okay? Drift was the biggest forward of the entire night. There was no song that happened on night one that was bigger than Drift. When TJ was setting up to come out and they started to play the beat, etc., I couldn't hear myself think. The person I was beside, I couldn't talk to them. I couldn't hear them. Like, Drift took Drift was the biggest forward of the night. Like my video, please, people, so I could get back in this algorithm. So yeah, Drift was the biggest song of the night, hands down. That was the biggest forward of the entire night. The actual performance was good. I want to talk about the crowd though. There is an issue with how Sumfest is set up. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up on my phone. I didn't transfer this over, but you need to see. So how Sumfest is set up, it's hard to tell when an artist is getting a forward, and the reason being is, there's the stage, right, which is where I was. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. You'll probably see how close I was to the stage, right? I was literally like seconds away from the stage. Okay, this is the video here. So let me see if I can just pull this up. So if you can see this, right? This is the stage, right? And then the fence right there, that's VIP. So when you're seeing the cameraman zooming down, he's zooming in on the media, which will never be giving a forward because they're holding their camera, right? Thank you, Guyanese Fire. And then the next section is VIP, which most of the people in VIP were sitting in chairs. They had those lawn chairs that you can fold up and stuff like that. So the reason you weren't seeing the forward and the crowd look boring is because you were seeing media and VIP. The regular grounds was acting like mad people and screaming and fire and all them things, but the cameraman wasn't getting that. The cameraman was getting up at the stage. So you're seeing VIP and media. You're never gonna see media rail up. You're never gonna see VIP or media rail up like that, right? Hold on, Blacks is here now. Let me see if I can add him in. Unmute yourself. You're not muted? You have mute on, it looks like. Hold on. No, try that now. You're seeing so I yeah, so I have my camera. about how dead the crowd was happening. Now let's go admire what he was trying to do, but Tommy Lee. Hold on there. Okay, hold on. It resumes. Sorry. Yeah, dropping. Okay. Let's see if this is fixed.